Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at when older women regret hitting the wall. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course.
Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
So would you advise men to date younger women with less trauma and baggage then?
Oh my god. Oh god. No, they gotta deal with the women that they've traumatized. Date your age.
Younger women do not have less baggage and trauma or anything else. Younger women don't have a lot of life experience, obviously, because they're younger. And having been, you know what, I can talk about 20-year-old girls because I've been a 20-year-old girl. And if you are on the same emotional plane as a 20-year-old girl, that says a lot about you if that's who you are dating, and I don't suggest it.
It's not about female solidarity, it's just pure unfiltered envy disguised as life advice. The only thing these women are mentoring is bitterness.
How come you represent dads and not moms?
Because dads walk into my office and they're like, I want out, here's $5,000, call me when you need me. When mom walks in, it's, I want his heart, his soul, every bit of his skin, I want all the money, I want the kids, I want to get him fired from the job, I want him in jail, I want him turned into the IRS, he's an loser who never loved me, and oh, I don't have any money, you gotta go to him to get it anyways.
When a guy says it's over, he's thinking about freedom. When she says it, she's thinking about the financial settlement.
Well, this is why you shouldn't trust everything you see on the internet, because as soon as I take this off, I turn into an entirely different person.
Damn, without the filter, she went from Instagram baddie to witness protection program.
What's your ideal age in a man?
45 to 55.
Ideal race?
White.
Minimum height?
6 foot.
6 foot, beauty. Minimum income?
100,000.
The probability of you finding your ideal man is a 0.74%.
At this rate, your soulmate is fictional because no real man is signing up for that level of delusion.
I just want to be taken seriously.
If you want to be taken seriously, maybe don't act like a lunatic on camera.
Prominent theory which is out there is that women who are single and who are in their late 30s or early 40s often say this because they're trying to root out competition by shaming men, by saying men shouldn't be attracted to women who are younger than they are, especially by a significant age gap, because they actually want to secure those men for themselves.
I'm definitely not shaming men.
But I mean, if there was a 22-year-old woman who was dating, let's say, a 44-year-old man, you don't see that.
I just think like women 25, 24, I would say 24 and under. I think it's a little creepy when men in their 40s are going for like a 20-year-old.
You literally just contradicted yourself because you're shaming men. You're saying if men go after women who are, let's say they're 44, they go after a woman who's 24.
Yeah.
That's within your criteria. Mm-hmm. They're 20 years younger. You are now shaming those men. You say
because that's
creepy.
extreme.
Listen to the word. Hang on. Here's the verb. It's creepy. Why shouldn't we assume that the reason that you think that is because if women or if men who are in that age bracket who would be a prime target for you, you're just super jealous that they're going for the 24-year-old. Why shouldn't that be assumed?
Society's rule book. If he's older, it's grooming. If she's older, it's finding herself. Hey, if it helps her sleep at night, who am I to ruin the illusion?
Well, if I asked your husband why y'all divorced, what would he tell me? Okay. How often did you beat his ass?
No, I'm the victim. And I'm okay with that.
But you got kids that are like in their 20s.
Right.
About 2 different guys, about one?
About one.
Why didn't you marry him?
He went to jail.
Oh, so you pick and felons, and then you're gonna complain about what other. I need you to stop right here, ma'am. I need you to slow the whole. I need you to slow the whole French toast down. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you pick and dudes that whoop your ass and are the felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that. When in your own life you pick. Yeah, take a nice strong drink, sip it all. Because you're talking about black men to share my reflection, and I'm tired of sisters like you running our reputation in the ground because you pick poorly. 20 million to pick from, but you picked a felon once to have 2 babies by and then Ike Turner. All these black people in Atlanta. Why are you picking these scrubs?
That's what's left.
If you don't get off my goddamn phone.
Aside from the married
get off my phone. I don't want to keep it. That's what's left, huh? That's what's left.
Aside, there are some good men.
Really, why don't you attract them? Then why don't you date them?
I don't. It's difficult. It's like a needle in a haystack.
No, it's not a needle in a haystack. I live here.
She had millions of men to pick from and still managed to assemble the worst starting lineup in relationship history. That takes skill.
How old are you ladies?
30. 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get.
Yeah.
But men don't match that energy.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the litter?
No.
I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age.
No, I think it's that men have discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart. And it's sad because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not getting it. And by getting it, I mean like even the chance to just like take us out on a date.
Yeah.
Men aren't getting dumber, ma'am. You're just not getting the special treatments you got in your 20s. That's not a him problem.
Getting on a dating app, though, is just so nauseating. Because, like, when you're on a dating app and you're in your 40s, it's like shopping in Marshalls. It's like, you know, everything in there is crap. And then you remember, oh, I'm in there. Oh.
At that age, dating apps are basically Facebook Marketplace for relationships, except all the good deals were taken years ago.
Have you ever been married? No. Would you like to be married in the future?
If she's cool and not annoying, I might consider it.
Okay. Cool and not annoying, might consider it.
Bro set the bar just right. Not too high, not too low, just realistic.
It's 11 p.m. I was out from 5 to 11 tonight in Boston, bar hopping, you know, trying to meet some eligible bachelors. I'm home now eating a yogurt bowl, as one does, but we went to meet my friend 7 different bars in Boston, and the crowds were just off. Where are the late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s year old men going? We went to a couple places by the garden because there was a Bruins game tonight, and then we went out in Seaport, a couple sports bars, cocktail bar, and the crowd was either really young, like early 20s, mid 20s, or really old, like 60s. So I'm just wondering, where are the men our age hiding? Because I go out, I have hobbies, I don't want to go back on the apps, but where are they?
The men you're looking for are getting their lives together, not throwing cash at bottle service while you dance in a circle with your girls.
I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
Would you learn how to play basketball from a football coach?
I guess not.
Would you learn how to play basketball from a football coach?
No.
If you want to learn how to cook, who would you want to teach you?
A chef.
If you want to learn how to drive a car, who you want to teach you?
A driver?
If you want to learn how to fly a plane, who gonna teach you?
A pilot?
How are y'all learning how to be wives and your mother wasn't a wife? You just said if you want to learn to fly a plane, you're gonna go to a pilot. You want to learn how to cook, you're gonna go to a chef. Women don't know what's intrinsically important to a man, and they don't know how to be a wife because their mothers wasn't wise. In general, women are raising their daughters to be single mothers because they are single. They're single mother, and they like, I'm gonna teach you how to be strong. And my mama told me I don't need no man. And they have raised you to be a single woman.
That's terrible.
And go be educated, so you don't need to depend on no man and get you an education and go to college. They have groomed you to be a single mother.
Instead of teaching their daughters how to be wives, mothers are just teaching them how to be strong, independent, and perpetually single.
I'm 32 years old. That means I've hit the wall 2 years ago, and my life has been amazing. Best 2 years. I'm Chinese. We love walls.
If denial had a poster child, it'd definitely be this girl right here.
Okay, so why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
So I didn't pop my balloon because she seemed like a person that was really looking for a match and a person that's really looking for some understanding and some guidance, you know. So I didn't pop my balloon because she seemed like she needs some guidance. But you know what I'm saying? Obviously, no, seriously, because she's here. She's here, so she obviously looking for some guidance, but you know, she can't recognize a prize. You know, so obviously she make a lot of bad decisions. How many kids do you have?
I'm done, Arlette.
How many kids do you have?
That wasn't just a conversation. That was an unplanned therapy session.
So apparently there's this thing that men on the internet say happens to women when we turn 30. And it's called hitting the wall. And basically it means that when you turn 30, you are going to become ugly and old and unlovable, and no one will ever want to date you. So I just want to show you what it really looks like when you turn 30, because I turned 30 today.
I hate to break it to you, but if the candles on your cake say 30 and your face says 40, maybe the men weren't being shallow, just observant. At this point, her only good morning text is coming from the vet reminding her about Fluffy's checkup.
The worst part about dating your 40s is the women are just so old. But it's the best part is your eyes aren't as good, so you can handle it, so it's fine.
You know it was a lethal joke when the crowd laughs, but a few voices cry on the inside.
Did you just hear me? What the
problem? Why don't you show that head and that face? Because if you such a woman and you got so much to say, show yourself. Turn that camera on.
Hi. Hey, dog.
Oh my God.
Respect women, okay? Respect women. You don't know the half of it. You don't know what we go through. Stupid mother.
That's all you have? That's the best you got?
That's all.
Who did your eyebrows? Who did your eyebrows? Who did your eyebrows? Yeah, you're not gonna answer that.
Not your.
That insult hit harder than a bad waxing job. She's not recovering from this one anytime soon.
Anyone want me? I'm taking any bidders. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the streets.
Roasting yourself? That's next level coping. But hey, at least it's entertaining.
I don't want to be independent anymore. I'm tired. And again, I don't want to be a housewife. Like a lot of women want a rich man or a husband to sit at home, raise the kids, and be a housewife. That's not me. I gotta have my own going on. Whether I'm a landlord, whether I got some restaurants running, I'm gonna get up and go to work. I just want to be able to have the two, like you said, to go back to the point. Two is better than one.
There's denial, there's delusion, and then there's whatever this is.
The Lord don't see what happened. Why'd you pop her balloon?
I don't have any kids yet, and I want some. I understand, like, women's biological clock may kind of be, too far at 38, but she's pretty.
Okay. Is he your type?
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know much about him, but I mean, my grandmother had her last baby at 49. I'm from South Louisiana, so I can keep popping him out. But, you made your choice.
Let's be real, she's closer to menopause than motherhood, so I get where he's coming from. Sheesh, one makeup wipe and her own phone won't recognize her face.
Here's your early morning reminder that women in their 30s are being loud online and are anti-male, not because they hate men, but they want to convince 22 to 25-year-old women to hate men, because women know they have to compete with younger women for dates. And if they can convince the younger generation to hate men, then they can remove them from the dating pool, and then these old heads might still have a chance.
Ladies, don't let bitter 30-somethings sell you their regret as wisdom. They're just mad you still have the options they wasted.
I'm a single woman in her 40s. Have I downloaded every dating app? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app? Yes. Have I downloaded every dating app again? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app again? Also yes.
She's done with dating apps at least 5 times a month, but here she is again, back like a bad sequel.
Asia, DMV, 28, Capricorn, works for Amazon, also working on getting your CDL, correct?
Yeah.
And mine are 2 kids by 2 men, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for the ballers.
You came right out with it.
For real, like, I mean, yeah, for real, like, that's what I'm looking for, like, the money.
Well, we got there early. How much money do he got to make?
The men that's willing to spend the money on, you know, that don't mind spending money on women, okay?
Okay. Are you willing to deal with what comes along with that at times?
To an extent.
Now,
I really want, like, an NBA player or a NFL player.
So let me get this straight. 2 baby daddies, 0 rings, and she's scouting for an athlete? Ma'am, even the bench warmers have standards.
Where are they? Where are all the 40-year-old men, bit of grey, good job, bit of a dad bod? Where are they? Because they're not here, are they? No. Do you know what is here? A chihuahua. Where are they?
They're successful, stress-free, and sipping whiskey on a yacht, not ranting online.
If she's 30 plus, don't marry her if she does not have any significant achievement. Because at age 30 and above, she has lived out most of her youthful life. So if there is any reason you should be marrying her, it should be because she has money, she has good business, she has good job, she has connection. If her only achievement is being on social media constituting nuisance, Oga, don't marry her. Yes, I'm saying if you must marry her from age 30 plus, make sure there is a good reason for that. All of them are here acting like they are triggered because men are coming out to talk about their experiences with women that are 30 and above. And some are even saying, my auntie got married at 45 and she had the baby at 47. The reason you are remembering such story is because even you, yes, you know and you understand that your auntie getting married at 45 and having a baby at 47 was a miracle. And not be everybody that kind of miracle they happen to. And check what your auntie get. Check what your auntie get. She has company. She has money. Check the women getting married at 45, at 35 and above. They have something they are doing.
Dating potential is for your 20s. After 30, it's about results. Think she's exaggerating? Give it a decade and see if you still feel the same way.
Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head. Oh! Ah! It's falling off the top of my head. I just spit everywhere. Not as graceful as I used to be. And like the hair that is growing back in, it's gray, which is fine. I'm good with going gray. I've had this gray streak in my hair for a really long time and I've just been rocking it. But like, I don't have any more eyebrows. I don't have any more eyelashes. I just don't feel pretty anymore. Who else is out there who feels this way? Because it can't just be me. But also I feel like there needs to be this whole revolution of women like us on social media to prove to everyone that we're still here and we're still valid and we're still relevant.
Ma'am, you're just experiencing the natural consequence of aging. It happens to everyone. You're not special. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.